purposes.
Last Friday, I participated in the California Association of African American California African American Water Education Foundation, called CAWEF. It's an important organization that is statewide, made up of water leaders throughout our state, including general managers, board members throughout the state who are working to increase the level of participation and engagement in communities of color throughout the state. I had the opportunity to also participate in Aqua, and we had a good time, learned a lot, got some CLE credits. Great weather, and in all honesty, we learned a lot. One of the things that was in our packet, and I had the chance at the event that our law firm had to discuss in more detail, was I had an opportunity to learn about the Blue Water project that Las Virgenes Water District Las Virgenes Municipal Water District is doing. I got my ear bent on that by their board member there, Jay Hewitt, about how they're groundbreaking in the desalinization process. So I learned a lot about the investments that's being made. And yeah, so it was a good time.
Anyone else have any outside meetings you need to report?
I also want to report my attendance at Aqua. Very informative, just like Director Hawkins said, and attended some of the PFAS webinars or trainings, and some very good information that was presented by BBK Associates. So that's it.
Okay. All right. If there's no one else, we'll go to board committee reports. Does anyone have any board committee reports that they need to give? I have a few, but see if anyone else had. So first up, for the Engineering and Operations Committee, we were talking about some of the updates on the Oliver P. Romer expansion project. There will be some future change orders that will probably be coming our way here fairly soon, just with the usual construction stuff. One other thing which was also discussed in the committee is some of the local cities have been making some changes to their street paving standards, and so that has been causing a little bit of angst for the team, but John and everybody are working to try to hopefully resolve some of the issues with the cities, because the cities, some of them are asking for some rather extreme additions to our normal practices as far as pavings. So that's what we talked about in engineering operations and planning. The Policy Oversight Committee was discussing the results of a survey that Bill did as far as sponsorships, scholarships, and contests, and just what some best practices kind of are from other agencies regarding how we handle sponsorships. And this matter has been referred to the External Affairs Committee for you guys to chew on and work on further. And then the Finance Committee, other than the reports that we just adopted just a moment ago, we talked about that truck. And thank you to Al and Bill and the whole team for all your hard work on researching that and looking into this new law and how it does affect our operations. So thank you so much for all your efforts on that. So those were the 3 committee reports I had. Anybody else? All right, just general board reports. Anybody have anything else?
I just wanted to mention to my sister, happy birthday. It's her birthday today.
Anybody down here?
Well, since we're doing birthdays, I want to mention future happy birthday to my son, Mikey. It's coming up on the 15th, but yeah.
I just want to say we had a really good time at the winter retreat. You guys planned it was just wonderful. It was good. My wife enjoyed herself. Everyone enjoyed themselves. It was good seeing the staff and team just enjoying themselves. It just made me feel good to see everybody just having a good time. It was nothing I could complain about. Well, the bartender.
The line at the bar.
Yeah, I should have brought my flask. But
Oh.
no, I'm kidding. But it was a great turnout. And everybody had a good time.
Angie, Dan, anything?
I want to thank President Young for teaching us how to play craps. That was a very fun event, and the theme was awesome. And just seeing the staff, have a good time, I think that just puts it all in perspective of, happy home, happy work. It's just everything, but just put it together. So thank you for putting that together, whoever was the committee.
Yeah.
And I always look forward to it. So thank you.
And it was a lot of fun playing craps, and definitely need to take Elvia with us. I think the next time there's a conference in Vegas, because she was definitely very lucky for us on the table. So that was a lot of fun. So thank you to the committee, and it was a wonderful event. Only complaint I'd have is that they turned the lights down. It was really hard to see on the craps table for like Linda and I towards the end, and it was also a little hard to hear because we were so close to the DJ. But otherwise, it was a fantastic event. So, just maybe on a little more of a somber note, I did want to acknowledge this past week my uncle passed away. So I do want to adjourn tonight's meeting in his honor. He had been battling Alzheimer's for quite a few years, and he passed away last Friday. So otherwise, nothing else to report. So General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have updates on staffing, recruitments, and the strategic plan. First, Assistant General Manager, Linda, we're working on our contract, and we'll be finalizing that, bringing that back to the board on December 21st. For Director of Engineering, this position is vacated by Linda's promotion. We have taken this opportunity to reevaluate the position, the department's needs, and working with CPS, we're looking to reclassify that position actually to engineering manager position, a title that existed here in this capacity a few years ago, I believe. So we'll be bringing that to the HR committee in more detail for discussion to get your thoughts as well. And after that, perhaps we'll bring that back to the board on December 21st as well, and hopefully post that soon thereafter. A few other positions: executive assistant, GIS intern, customer service representative 1. We had completed interviews for all 3 of those. We made a selection for all 3 of those, and all 3 of those are currently in pre-employment and all planning to start on the same day, actually, January 8th. So that'll be a good day.
Fantastic.
Finance manager, we have 4 internal applicants. They're scheduled for interviews on Tuesday, so good luck to Gina, Gus, Alberto, and Al. For Water Systems Operator 3, Cross Connections Department, that position posted on November 28th, and that posting will remain open until the end of December. We have 12 applications already, so that's already a pretty strong turnout. We tried to fill this position a couple times in the past with no success. So looking good so far. Finally, in Public Outreach and Government Affairs, we have 2 full-time vacancies in that department. These are 2 existing board-approved positions. As you know, Socorro is proposing some modifications to the job titles and duties to provide for really more expansive job descriptions, with each position capable of working across the entire spectrum of that department. And we see it without the more narrow focus on those current job descriptions. So same number of positions, just more, we think, effective positions. And we'll be bringing this to the HR committee and External Affairs committee next week. And again, hopefully back to the board on the 21st. This department has been half-staffed for over a year and a half. So I think either way, change or no change, we really need to get back to full staff in that department and get ready for a very busy, challenging, and effective 2024. So that's all I have for staffing and recruitments. Any comments, questions on that so far? So I just have a final report on the strategic plan. Amy has developed a draft plan based on our workshop. The executive team took a brief look at that. I believe that was last week. So I think that's ready to come back to the board. Right now the plan is to be back here on the 21st, have you take a look at that draft plan, take questions and comments, decide if we need more work. The board could make some edits on the spot and approve at the same meeting, or we could be directed to go back and do some more work. We'll see what you think about it. I'll get that draft to you next week so you can start taking a look at that.
The agenda's kind of heavy for the 21st.
Yeah, I was just
there,
thinking
huh?
the same thing. Maybe we might want to push
Yeah,
that back to beginning of January.
Would you like to push the strategic plan to the January?
Yeah, because maybe if you can give it to us over the holiday to maybe
Oh, yeah, of
digest.
course.
Just because, I was thinking the exact
Kinda
same
getting
thing Channing
heavy,
was. I was
yeah.
like, man, that's a lot of things on.
Yeah, I know it's end of the year, but
Cram it in.
ooh.
Yeah, but maybe,
Sure.
maybe
Okay.
like get us the draft if the board's okay with that, and then we can all chew over it over the
something
holidays, and then I think maybe be in a better place to.
Sounds good.
talk
Kick
about
off
it.
the new year with the
Yeah.
strategic plan.
That work for everybody?
Works.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's it for me.
Okay. Well, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Legal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just wanted to mention the State Water Resources Control Board has received $600 million from the Federal American Rescue Plan Act that can be applied to arrearages in water and wastewater bills that were incurred during the pandemic. As you may recall, there was a first tranche of funds available for the period of March 4, 2020 to June 15, 2021. This new level of funding would be eligible for those accounts of current or past customers who are not able to pay during the period of March 4th, 2020, all the way through December 31st of 2022. These are not funds that go directly to the customers. They are funds that are applied for by the water purveyor, the water district, and then applied as credits to the applicable accounts. So I can certainly work with staff to see if one would be eligible and to then apply to those accounts that went into arrears during those pandemic periods. That's all I have, Mr. President.
I'm sure Bill would love to learn more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you on that.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you. All right. We have some upcoming meetings. Looks like next week we'll be busy, and we'll see everybody back here on the 21st. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Right.